Hello, good evening. This assessment is completed by Celina Gabriel and Rashida Sanchez. Um, I'm the client. My husband and I were trying to conceive our own children. However, after many attempts, we were not able to procreate. Therefore, we decided to choose other options such as fertility drug, which were very costly. However, that option was not successfully for us to conceive our own children. Therefore, we decided to adopt a child, and her name is Terry, as an infant who is currently 3 years old. I was very happily married with my husband. We had a great communication among us, among each other, and we were building our future. However, the number one dream that we wanted together is to conceive a child, but we couldn't. We was trying. We, after several attempts, um, to conceive our own children, we end up exploring different options and working toward adoption process. And as you know, the adoption process is a long journey that completing a paperwork, people the caseworker have to come visit our house and to see if we are a parent to properly to adapt uh, a child to our family. So during the process of adoption, we were approved to become one of them. We were so excited. We were so happy knowing that we was gonna become a parent to this beautiful baby. So we was able to find Terry. We named her Terry, and she made our life complete. We was very happy, we was excited. She was growing. She was very healthy baby. She was happy. She was developing properly. But until she turned 2 years old, and you already know what happened when the child is 2 years old, they becoming very territorial, selfish. But the number one thing was like we was having issue with Terry was her tantrum. Her tantrum was very, very difficult to handle. She was having adverse tantrum affecting our family unit ability to effectively interact and to communicate with Terry. Terry adverse tantrum was affecting the family member outing and even at the school preschool. She was having difficulty, and the caseworker and the director came and spoke with me and my husband, stating that Terry was behavior was out of control, and that if her behavior doesn't improve, that she was gonna be removed from the school setting. So we was very, very concerned about the behavior that Terry was about the conduct that Terry was having. My husband and I uh, were very concerned because we were unaware. We were unaware of the any medical history of Terry. During our adoption process, there was no health issue. They did not give us any health history or any indication that Terry was having that she was gonna encounter this any difficulty, developmental difficulty during the process of her development. Everything was running smooth until Terry's behavior became uncontrollable. My husband and I, we was talking and asking each other if there was any sign of developmental delay. But we were in denial because we wanted to make sure that we have a healthy child and that nothing was wrong with her. My husband and I started to feel very stressed and anxious, and not of not being able to help her through that process. Um, we felt useless and powerless because her behavior was becoming out of control, and we was not able to help her. Um, so we started to question our parental skill, and we were if we were fit to be the great parent that we wanted to be for Terry. But we was very discouraged at home. We was having hard time at the dinner table. Terry does not she was not cooperating during the bath time, and even transitioning to bedtime was difficult for us. And Terry was not responding to our verbal requests, and we was and when we tried to discipline her, she would scream, hit, and throwing things at us. And we was very afraid that she was gonna hurt herself during the process of her tantrum. So Terry was Terry was a very self-directed child, and there was no consequence to her misbehavior. So while she was misbehaving and doing so much of tantrum, we tried to put her on timeout, even like hold her so that she can she don't hurt herself. And while we were I'm sorry while we was holding her, she will she fall asleep while she was so angry and frustrated because she couldn't even express of what was going on. So the only express communication that she had was it was like her tantrum, screaming, hitting, biting, and things that it was like because she couldn't express what was going on with her, express her need. Um, so like I said, she was very self-directed child, and we try all several approaches to engage Terry end to end to help her when she experienced the adverse tantrum. But we always give up, and we always give up on her, and we let her do what she want. And I was myself and my husband was becoming very frustrated and defeated, and excuse me, and we couldn't allow Terry to continue with this misbehavior without intervention. And one thing that we was worried about is because that we was in my family event, and we was in a vacation, and we couldn't do anything. Everything that we was doing, Terry was doing. She was misbehaving, and the family member, they didn't even want to be close to us, and they decided to do their own personal event. So they separated from us because they couldn't do anything that they wanted it to do, because Terry always wanted to do things on her she always wanted it to do things that she wants, and the family was not having that. So they gave us the ultimatum. My sister gave me an ultimatum that I really needed to get the help, professional help, for Terry, because um, she was becoming out of control, which I did respect that. And my one of my family strengths that I have, it was my husband. My husband was there all the time. He was his assisting me with Terry. So that was a great support for me. The other great support that I have and the strength that I have was the strength that my sister was there, and she advised me to get the help that I needed for my own daughter and for my family. Um, we also never gave up on my daughter. I love my daughter unconditionally, and I wanted the help that she needed so that she can get the help that she needed at that time. Even though we had an idea that maybe she has some kind of developmental disability, due to the tantrum that she was encountering. But on the other side, I was hoping that it's just a terrible tool, and that she was gonna be okay when we take care of that behavior, the tantrum. Um, so I was, my husband and I were very frustrated, and the way that we communicated our frustration was like separating my family, myself and my husband, my child, from everyone else, so that they cannot encounter the frustration and the stress that we was having with my own daughter. So I was ashamed, and very ashamed, and what's the word, and not being able to be able to control my own daughter. I also, my husband and I um, were starting to disconnect from the world, because I didn't want the judgment of my family, and I didn't want the people to start judging me that I'm the horrible parent that I cannot control my own daughter. So I was trying to disconnect myself until we take care of the issue of my daughter, making sure that she's okay, making sure that to know where this tantrum is coming from. And so that's one of the things that I was trying to be able to get that help from the professional clinical professional setting, because we was having very difficulty um, managing my daughter behavior, and it was affecting us as a family unit. And but I'm glad that I was able to follow my sister lead and the support that she gave us, so that we can find the help that my daughter really needed at that time. And yes, so that's what was going on with me and my family. And so right now we are trying to assist her and to keep her in the daycare, because even the daycare are trying to push my daughter away and not giving me the support that I need, and the guidance and the resources that I need in order to better serve my daughter. The only thing that they wanted it to do is like telling me that if I don't do anything about it, that they was gonna kick her out of the daycare. And I was it was painful to hear that, and I was not ready to hear that as well, because my daughter was starting to get the rejection from other people just because her behavior, and no one was understanding her, and no one gave me the help that I needed until my sister suggested me that I needed to get a professional help. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you will be able to help me and assist me and give me some research that I can follow in order to better assist my daughter with her adverse tantrum. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it and your time.